back to Ed and Jay.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Klay Thompson, that's his third personal foul. Team foul
Parker.
number 1.
Going to launch beyond the arc. They need something to go down. It's no good. Green to Durant. Slams it down.
It's easy. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Now whistle. We'll get a timeout called by Chicago as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. To Markkanen. Fires the three, and it's cleared by Thompson. Cousins. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys leading by 14. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Done. So Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter powers it through. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Gets it in the left corner. Curry. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And counted at the rim.
Klay isn't usually a guy that goes to the bucket. He usually pulls up for threes, but that was a nice, easy lay-in right there.
Turned away by Cousins.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
And the Warriors have the rebound. Curry into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. To Durant. Fires the three, and Kevin Durant unguardable. Hand in his face, he still hits the three. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer, no. He's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
Green to Curry. Chicago with the possession. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Curry. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Done. Rises for the slam.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And Kevin Durant, all in one motion, hits it off the catch and shoot.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
To Lopez. Off the assist.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
2-point shot for Curry. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Zach LaVine. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Done. Nice pass to set things up. Got it.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Can't connect from in close.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
To Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Levine. Oh, ferocious slam inside. Here on their home.
Have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Bobby Portis has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 73%. No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. 20-footer at the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Warriors with a commanding lead. The Warriors with the basketball to begin the 4th quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even stumble.
Bulls have it. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
To Curry. Short jumper won't fall. Parker with it. Down by 15. Jabari Parker. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Missed it at the line. To Shaun Livingston. Durant. Not today.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
He gets it.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
Short jumper won't go down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
To Cousins. Thompson to Shaun Livingston. From long range. Livingston can't get that one to go. Defense was all over him. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. To Cousins. And a throwdown.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Draymond Green, looking good, 4 for 5.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Here we go. Here we go. I got it.
It's blocked by Boogie.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Second effort. And the rebound belongs to Golden State. Count the bucket for 2.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Parker. Now we get a call for reaching in. Intentional foul. That means free throws with under a minute to go in the game.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Warriors have it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Offensive board. Draymond Green. He's now 5 for 6.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Marking it to Parker. Sent it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Now the stoppage and an intentional foul means free throws coming with a little over 30 seconds to go.
Not a smart play at all. The reason why we have techs in this game is to protect players. You know better than that.
To Durant.
I got him. Trap. Got him.
Nice finish at the rim.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Parker. Tough move in close quarters with the crossover.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Done.
Take the shot.
To Zach LaVine.
What's going on?
He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Kevin Durant at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. It's the Warriors who get the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew.